lie. I'm rolling with you, mommy, I be feeling the motion. When I'm inside you, I be deep as the ocean. When it comes to your love, can't lie, it be strong as a potion. That's why me and you forever be coasting. Let's roll. Co-pilot on the passenger side, be so fly. Yeah, she so lit, we so high. Just me and my chick, yeah. Just me and my chick, yeah. Co-pilot.
Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome to another one, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Sparking Conversation. I'm your boy Rob One in the building, and I definitely appreciate y'all each and every Tuesday, man. We jump out here and we chop it up, man, with some of the world's most interesting people. And not only that, man, we here, like I said, we're a platform for the people, as y'all can see in my promo flyer, man. Look, man, um, I want to make sure that people understand, like, I know it's a thing, they say everybody do something, right? It's just like whenever you're a rap or whatever you sing or whatever you do, play sports or whatever it is, that's your thing, people, you always hear this thing that everybody's doing it or everybody does that. So in this whole new thing that we call content creation and this thing that we call podcasting, I know there's a thing where everybody feel like all they got to do is get a mic and a headphone and get a couple people and they just get up here and they talk shit and they're gonna blow. I get it. It's a misconception. I know that. But then to understand the difference between, wanting to do something because it looks popular or really having a passion for getting information out to the people. I just think it's a difference in that. And I think that if people go back through all the videos of Sparking Conversation, even in the ones when we didn't have anybody on, and it's just me and the crew, and we just up here talking and we giving our opinions, or when we reacting to videos and things like that. And I feel like at any given time, man, when the truth is able to be told, man, why not lend your platform to people who don't mind telling the truth? The lie's been so entertaining so much. Everybody is good with the lie. Everybody loves the lie. The lie feels good. But when it comes down to understanding that there is a bunch of people out here who feel like they want to give the truth to the people and not hold the information back. So then now it's no excuse. So in this whole content creation game, I like to just give a thanks to all the people that download the audio version of this podcast. Let me say that first, like I always do every show, because you guys are really the MVPs. Because you must be the truck drivers and the long distance people that be rolling up and down the streets, and y'all all over the world. And I appreciate y'all, man. Definitely appreciate y'all. And to all the people that click the links in the description, man, I definitely appreciate y'all. All the people that watch live and those that subscribe to the channel, whether it's on X, whether it's on that Twitter X, same thing, but X, uh, YouTube and Twitch. Definitely appreciate y'all, man. But I want to make sure that people understand something else. When I said all that in the beginning to say lending your platform to people who want to get their truth out, and I just had to put myself in a position to be like, yo, you got to follow your purpose. Sometimes you think you're going to do something and then that something does you. If you understand, if you're in the right frame of mind and you put yourself in a position that you want to follow, put in the universe and allow to receive it back, it'll come to you. So I know the last show or the last couple of shows, we've been talking to people who have been dealing with things that had to be dealing with the state, right? A state. So Mississippi is crazy, like crazy. Mississippi got stuff going on that it's like, I don't know. It almost feel like you be in a time warp or something. Though, like, yo, come on, man. Like now, all right. So y'all know the shows, is the clips out there. Y'all been seeing mad corruption, just so much stuff going on in Mississippi. But damn, then you hear the stories, and then it's like, yo, in Jackson, Mississippi now. We understand, like, different cities and different places, they got their own thing going on. But come on, y'all, now check this out. So the governor of the state and then the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi came up with this agreement where now in that particular city in Jackson, Mississippi, like, yo, listen, the black officers can no longer stop white people. Like, hold on for a second. So traffic violations don't matter. You know what I mean? Like whatever's going on, they can run red lights, they can do whatever they want to do. If a black officer is there, he can no longer stop them and arrest them, yo. Come on, yo. 90% black in Jackson, Mississippi. Population in Jackson, Mississippi, 90% black, 10% white. Now, on the flip side, the white officers can stop black people. So I just want y'all to put that together real quick and just think about some things here. Not only the 200 and something bodies found behind the prison and they selling the people back to the people that that's another thing. The whole Brett Favre thing, that's another thing. The whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, that's another thing. The whole thing with the whole prison system in itself, I bet that's another thing. Now we had the Katrina Mateen and what was going on with her son. That was, and then you hear this going on. So I just want to ask black people. And this is just me. It's just a question. I don't want y'all to get upset with me, man. But like, when do we figure out like that the strength is in numbers and that you know you guys don't have to be like? Why are you still there? I I mean I understand. Like a lot of people always say this one thing. They be like, man, ain't nowhere else to go, man. You's a nowhere else to go live, man. That's a fact. Like, no, there's no such thing. Y'all gotta understand. Look at this migrant crisis that's going on now. Understand, there's millions of people coming through the border, and they're taking up resources and taking up places. Then that mean that was places that you could have took up before they even got there. And just think about this: whatever happens with this election, if it even has an election, y'all gotta think about another thing. What y'all think gonna happen to that stuff once these other people get into play? They're gonna be running these people up out of here. So then at the same time, then what you gonna do? After you see that there's actually places for people to go, obviously, but we're gonna get into some other things too. But before we do that, I just want to make sure y'all understand, man. Like it's just a lot of things going on with that. Texas is not playing. They got people coming down in trucks and buses and all that other stuff, protecting the border, and they going back against the government. They don't care about none of that other stuff that's going on. They don't care about none of that what they saying. They trying to protect their border. They tired of it. They like, yo, this is what we doing. And they got people out there, regular people out there with guns. And now they trying to force this civil war. And I want y'all to pay attention, man. Like, listen, pay attention, y'all. Like, seriously, pay attention. You know what I mean? It's a thing. And if you guys don't do nothing else, just follow the money. Y'all understand that. Follow the money. If y'all follow the money, then you guys will be able to see things a little bit more clear. All I want you guys to do, without me, you already know that saying certain things to your people it don't really matter because then people want to judge you based on the information instead of going to research. So I'm just gonna say to all my people, when y'all watch this, when y'all see this, I just want y'all to know it's a thing. Now, however you want to translate that and all that other stuff, it's up to you. But I just want you to know it's a thing, y'all. And you gotta pay attention, man. Never mind the distractions. Never mind Diddy and all them. Never mind all that other corny shit, man. Just like pay attention. And with all that being said, this is what I want to do. I mean, we got a special guest on tonight. All right. And listen, now I'm gonna be honest with y'all. She's about to give some information and give some game out tonight that I know a lot of people actually need for sure. And I'm just so thankful that she chose us as a platform to come on and talk to tonight. All right. And for all you people that are dealing with things on your record. Now we understand that some of y'all been dealing with stuff since you've been a teenager. You big grown now, you done changed your life, everything going on, and you still being plagued by certain things and you don't know how to get these things off. So expungements. All right. Oh, not only that, we talking about family law, which is going to be such a great topic for me myself personally, because I have so many questions when it comes to that. Because, you know, there's so many things that people don't know. And me personally, I'm excited to have this person on tonight because at the end of the day, not only does she represent our people, and I said she because she's a black woman, and I love the fact that she chose this platform to come talk to man and get his game out, man. 'Cause she gonna get his game out, yo. And at the end of the day, I want you guys to really closely pay attention, man. And then the clips that get chopped up on this, I want y'all to make sure y'all sharing because yo, it's going down tonight, man. I mean, it's going down. She gonna give it to y'all, man. And she represents the Mitchell Law Group. And just saying that all together right there, it's just like, oh, right. You know what I'm saying? You can just feel the energy of some of the stuff that I feel like is gonna change some of y'all life, man. So that's what we do. So what before we do that, I'm gonna bring Meek on because you know how Illy gonna jump on in a little bit. Y'all know how he do. He be fresh off of just hanging his cape up when he jump on. He always, I mean, it's like fresh off of hanging that cape off. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what's going on with Meek, y'all. Meek, what's good, y'all?
What's up? What's up? You out
Hey,
there saving them hoes?
hey, listen, you already know, yo. He can't disappoint. You know how that
He be
life
doing
ain't
his
shit but
thing.
disappointments, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I can actually picture him with the cape. That's what's funny about it.
The whole line. That's what I'm saying. Like the whole cape. Just like when I be wearing that vampire drink, I picture the same cape. Just because I got it. You know what I'm saying? I picture him in that. And it's mad long too, so you know it's probably dragging a little bit. You know? Word, yeah. Coming fresh off of yo, word. I love it, man, for real. But hey, listen, so tonight, you know what I'm saying? We got Attorney Mitchell in the building, man. She gonna come on and she gonna chop it up, man. And like I said earlier, man, we talking about expungements and all other kind of stuff, man. Like she just she been rolling through. But I want to get a little bit of her story. Like we're gonna talk a little bit about her story as well, because just in the background, man, just in that little tidbit that we was doing, chopping it up, man, it's just man interesting, like the small little amount she told about the journey. So I'm looking, like I said, hey, look, tonight is gonna be interesting for me. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna
Because
sit back and listen. That's all I plan on doing
you know what I mean. Because at the end of the day, listen, a lot of things that's plaguing our people out here is based on mistakes they made or just being in the wrong place at the wrong time sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And you want people to be entrepreneurs in that sense, right? You say, yo, just go figure it out on your own. But then some people just need that start. They need that jump start, right? And everybody sometimes they just need that jump start. And a job, especially based on a skill would be nice. But damn, they got some things that's plaguing them a little bit. But we gonna find out tonight, like what the codes and the laws is. We gonna see if we can help them out. You know what I'm saying? So look, I'm gonna bring her on up, man, because I feel like she been waiting in the background, like doing. You know how people used to do the double, like the jump rope when they used to do like the joint like this with the two. This yo, baby, like yo, we have to jump in on these guys, yo. Look.
Let me in, coach. Let me in.
All right, what's good? Hey yo, so listen, I've been bigging you up since I got on here, so I'm just really excited about tonight, right? You know that, right? Because
Yes.
I already knew you was gonna want it because when you reach out, you was like, listen, I need to come on your show because I need to tell people about what's going on with this. And I immediately thought about 8 people.
Nice.
You get what I'm saying? Like, oh, that's what they was. Oh, wait, hold on for a second. So this just falls right in line. That's what I say about putting the right type of energy in the universe. I promise you, it comes back. Right? So listen, Attorney Mitchell. Now look, so Ferrari,
Farrah, but yeah, I go by Ferrari, yeah.
is it fair? Like which one? Like, look, what we
Farrah
going
is my name. Birth name is Farrah, yes.
I bet, but you go by
Ferrari, yes.
right because I wanted to make sure the people knew, like, yo, because when you say something like a Ferrari, you gotta understand what that means, right? A whole lot of things, yo. So listen, so let's do that. Introduce yourself to the audience. Let everybody know who you are.
Well, thank you for having me first. And my name is Farrah Mitchell. I'm a Seton Hall graduate, Seton Hall Law, living in the Charlotte area, mother, sister, and good girlfriend. Yeah, I'm here today because I'm just passionate about this new laws that just passed January 1st. We're trying to help people get exonerated out of jail, helping them, fight their cases that's currently currently in fighting cases, as well as getting expungements for people. So I'm kind of excited about everything that's been in play, and I'm here for y'all.
I bet, yo. And like I said, that's why I say it's so exciting because on my show, I've been having a lot of people that's been dealing with things, right? And one of them has been all right. So take this for an example, Conchella Nelson, right? I had on the show, right? So she has a daughter, and her boyfriend actually they have been held in the Wake County Detention Center for over 4.5 years. They haven't been given
Wow.
trial or nothing. They have been accused of something, but they haven't been actually, charged with it. But they
Okay.
still have been held this long. And so
Wow.
every attorney that they've been trying to get to and trying to help after they get into the details of the case, they just don't want to take the case no more. It's almost like they all tell her that she has a great case and then, yeah, this should be easy to do, but then when it comes down to it, they all drop it and don't want to continue on with the case. So to me it just seems weird, you know what I mean? But in the sense of a person who is dealing with some things, we just talking about criminal law, right? Because we talking about that, right? um
Yes.
for a mother like that that's dealing with this situation, right? You got to understand, you know what I mean? She's trying to do everything she can, you know what I'm saying, as a single mother, and trying to help with all she can to try to pull every resource she can together to try to fight this thing to get her daughter out of jail. Daughter's been in jail for 4 years or so, going on 5 years, and and she's just been accused of something but not been charged with anything. You know what I'm saying?
It's terrible.
So, what advice would you give her in dealing with the fact that lawyers keep dropping her case in that type of sense?
I would tell her, mom, to go ahead and file for a writ of habeas corpus so you can get into the federal district court. What I think is happening is, remember, these judges, these prosecutors, their children go to school together. They're playing their golf together. It's a good old boy scenario. It is what it is. In North Carolina alone, there's 100 counties, and each county has their own set of laws. There is some counties within an hour away from Charlotte that still use 1800s law. That means back in the Civil War time, like you were saying, they still use laws from the Civil War, 1800s. They can have you incarcerated for up to a year just for a $20 Walmart theft. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So that's information that people need to know. That's some things that people don't understand when it comes down to. I know it's a thing about choices, right? Like people have to make certain choices, but then in the sense of her, like what she's dealing with, this is something that she's trying to help fight for her child, and you know how that go. The fight or flight kick in when it comes down to the fact of your child, and your child is innocent, and then they have
Right.
all surveillance, they have footage and everything, and they still won't allow them a trial. Every time it gets to a trial date, they push it back, and it's like they just won't allow it, and it's just really sad that they're not even giving them an opportunity, just to regular due process. Like, yo, just right to a fair trial. Like, if you felt like I did this, then let's just prove it and let me do what I do. But they don't even want to give the
Wow.
opportunity. And like I said, they have all this evidence showing that they did not do this. The man that they were accused of murdering, so to speak, he died like 2 or 3 weeks later after the
Wow.
incident that they had with over the parking space. And she wasn't
Wow.
involved. Well, she was involved in it, but not in the physical altercation. It was just between him and the boyfriend. You know what I mean? But then at the end of the day, like I said, it happened like 2, 3 weeks later that something happened to him after the scenario, and they were just picked up and just accused of it and never charged, and they've been in jail ever since.
Mhm.
And so that's what I'm saying. It's just information like people don't know. So I'm glad you came on. So this is a good thing to see if she can, get this information to her and see what we could do.
Because I think the state only can have it for a month. And then from there, you can send it over to the U.S. Department of Justice and have them then see if they can take over jurisdiction. But the good thing that she needs to have is her amendment rights. The way the court system works, you got to know about your 4th, your 8th, your 14th, and the 6th Amendment right. That's the Constitution is the best method for fighting for a case. You have to use your constitutional laws and then use case support, Supreme Court decisions, state Supreme Court decisions, federal acts. That's how you fight your case. You got to dismantle your testimony, dismantle the evidence. And a lot of people don't even know you have the right to face your accused. So if a cop is telling you did A, B, and C, you have the right to say, sir, did you see me here? That's hearsay. You weren't there at the time. But that's a whole nother conversation. I really need to get into these laws because soon my baby will be back.
All right, back. So let's do this. So let's talk about what these laws are that you want to let the people know what's going on. New.
Okay, so this 1109, this is for our RICO people. These are people who got charged with the RICO. This is the Penal Code 1109. They are now able to get resentencing and or exonerated. We are able to go back through your testimony. I always tell the first thing, let me say this, make sure you have all your discovery, okay? You need to know exactly what it is because we need to have a 16-page pleading with case laws to disseminate everything that was said, testimony, grand jury, their thoughts, because, you know, they take notes and they put that in your file as well, especially on a high federal case. Excuse me. Also, just have your discovery, period. Next law, we have the 654. That is that's a penal law 654. So multiple punishments. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Okay.
Cool. No. Go ahead. No.
Multiple punishments. So that means if I had a weed charge as a weed charge misdemeanor, you cannot hold that against me 10 years later that I got a felony. That's no longer, that's said and done. We have to only deal with this felony today. That's what we're talking about. You can't use my past record for my current charge.
Gotcha.
Okay. We also have the Racial Equality Act saying that we did not have a fair jury. Those 6 people that you guys found in the Appalachian Mountains, they don't know my culture. They don't go to the same school I go to. They don't shop at the same shops I shop to. So how can they give me a fair trial?
Right.
Okay. We have the dismissing and enchanting and penalment code. So that means dismissing all these long 25 years, 13 years. This applies to anybody that has done 4 years or more. Right. So we can go back to that resentencing judge and say, hey, for this half an ounce of cocaine, you gave me 25 years of life because you used that in the robbery I did. Now you can only judge me for this cocaine, not for this robbery. And now I want a new sentence or I want to be exonerated.
Wow.
They have the felony SB 81 Act. That's the felony sentencing and dismissing. They kind of go hand in hand. So we have the dismissing, enchanting, and penal code, and the felony SB 81 felony sentencing and dismissing of these charges. Right. So that means, like I had a client today. I'm gonna give you a good example. He was in Michigan. He had a gun charge. It was his gun. It wasn't registered in Michigan. However, it was registered in Colorado. Right. When he got caught with it in Michigan, he got a charge. They only let him seal his charge. They did not release it. He's been carrying his charge since 1994. Now with this new law, the felony SB 81, we can now not just seal it, we can expunge it. And now he can go get his gun rights back. I know a lot of the guys are like calling and saying, oh, can I have my rights back? But you indeed, these laws and those that are in there, resentences, you're not going.
Hold on. Your connection pausing. Hold on. You giving out.
Oh, they're trying to mute your girl. They're trying to mute your girl.
Yo, down over here. I don't know what's going on. People trying to take that little mute
I might
button.
get hit with the RICO.
I started muting up right at that point where you were saying, like, so just start from that last little point that you were saying, and we could just kind of pick up from there.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, he had a gun. He had a gun that was registered in Colorado. He went to Michigan, got caught with it. They gave him a charge. He was only able to seal it, not expunge it. So he's been riding with this charge from 1994. Now with this new law, he can fully expunge it. Right? Gotcha. And then I had another guy, he's out of Tampa. Well, he's from LA. He got caught with fraud in Tampa. And for some reason, they charged him 2 times, 2 felonies. And he got caught in California with a felony. They got him on a 25 to L. You know, that whatever law that is. He's not in jail. But if he does anything else, he automatically gets, he has 2. So that was 2 felonies. If he does anything else, he automatically gets that 25 to life. But now with this, he can get that 3rd felony if he wants to, and he won't be able to be confined to 25 to life. It's not a standard statutory standard anymore.
Wow. Okay.
So now,
Right.
anyone now these I deal with habitual offenders. So this is your guns, your murder, your robberies, all these charges, violent crimes are entered into this. Long as you have paid your fines, and long as it's been at least 3 years. That's the stipulation. Um, Other than that, we can get you off. They have to abide by them because federal law. This is important because people don't get this part. Federal law trumps any state law,
Right.
so they all have to abide by this.
Right. And like we said before, this is a thing. Now I want you guys that are habitual felons to understand a certain thing, man. Like she's telling you guys how to get your life right to start over, not get your life right to start your felonies over. Now remember
Right.
that, bro. Like for real. Like don't look at it like, oh, you know what? I can get off this work now. I can go knock so and so out. And that no, like this ain't what she's saying, yo. Because we trying to tell you, like, in other words, she giving all you guys that have to deal with this situation information on how to get your life back right, your life. Not to put yourself back in the position to put back in the system to start over again, as if that's what's going to happen to you. Because at the end of the day, be like she was saying, like it's a bunch of stuff that go on, but in certain little places and towns and stuff, they enact they own little personal stuff too. So yeah, you might not go get that 25, but you might be sitting down for a year over something that you ain't you just because you in the wrong little county. So listen, relax. Like what she's saying, like get this information, but get your life back, not your felonies back. So I just want to be clear, yo. Word up. All right. So what else? What else we got?
Okay, expungements take about 30 days. What you need to do is get your background check. You can also call the COVID lab of Charlotte. He's able to get federal and state background back to you in one day. Then from there, you come and call me. Anywhere from 1 to 3 charges, I charge 200. And other than that, up to 6. I try to make 6 my max because I want to be able to do multiple people. I do 365. I have a 30-day turnaround. I have plenty of testimonials on my website. And the reason why I'm doing this is because if you have a trucking company or if you have a business, you're not getting grants with felons. You're not getting your fair affordable housing. You're not able to get jobs, period. And I'm trying to, this is a new year, new start, clean up your record for the new year. Do what you got to do. Start your business. Let's be entrepreneurs. Let's get it done.
Facts. And that's the number one thing, yo. Get out your feelings. Get out, put your emotions aside. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead and pick up that little hustle, that little gig that you got to get. But come holler at her, man, and go ahead and get some shit straight. Because now I wanted to ask you something real quick before we get back into the laws and stuff. That you mentioned a couple of other states, so you're able to practice law in different states, or how does that
Well,
work?
I'm just filing the motions.
Gotcha.
But I'm filing them on the behalf of my client. I have all the case law is case law. That's on Google. I can say appellate court decision for DUI. It's gonna pop up. North Carolina versus Thompson. That's gonna pop up. Sparking Conversations versus the U.S. I don't know.
Yeah. I see that. Keep that thing up there. I don't know if I want to fight them, but go ahead, keep that thing up.
Look, I'm just joking, y'all. Look, all entertainment purposes only.
All right, just make sure y'all insert that. You know what I'm saying? In quotation.
We just playing, y'all.
Yeah, we playing. But dead ass. So I bet. So with expungement. So let's get into that a little bit, yo.
Okay.
Unless you got more laws. You got more laws you want to run down real quick or what?
Oh, I have a whole Canva. Just hit me in my DM. I'll send you the Canva. I spent a whole weekend. I've been getting out of 5 days, 40 hours. I've gotten 24 hours of sleep so I can make sure I understand this.
Oh yeah, facts. I bet. So this is what we'll do. We'll bring it back. So we'll figure out a way. Once we clip this up and we'll add things to it. When people reach out, one information, and then we'll send it. Because one thing about it, it's a thing about people and information. It's like once they could be talking about their life the whole way, and all they sick and tired of everything, and they wish they had a help, and they wish they had information, and once they get it, then they don't do nothing with it. So I want the people who want the information. you want this information, y'all get at us, and then we'll hook you up with, Attorney Mitchell, and y'all go from there. Man. But realize though, like she said, these are the things and the ways that we can help get your life back. You know what I'm saying? Your life back. Not your felony record starting over. Hey, Meek, they can't be running out on people like, yo, I told you that bitch I was going to slap you one
Like,
day.
yo, got a fresh record.
Fresh out, ain't nothing to go back.
Fresh out, yo. Clean slate. What's up?
And then, you know what I'm saying? But that's the thing, yo. Word up. Ew, what up? Oh, the camera off, Illy. But yo, that's the thing. I just want to make sure people understand that, because they might get the information and get a little bit happier for the wrong reason, you know? Word. I bet. So expungement. Like, let's talk about that, because there are a lot of people, like you said, you hit the nail on the head when it comes to trucking industry, and it comes to people who are entrepreneurs trying to pick up these grants and all these other things, man. What expungements work for any felony, right? Like we could just, it doesn't depend
Now
on
they can. Now they can. Yes.
now they can. All right, bet.
Now
So
they can.
before, I know it was like certain felonies, you're not getting that removed because you just,
Right.
but you're
Right.
saying now all felonies can
But you
be.
now you know the ones against children and women.
Yeah,
That's a whole nother scenario. But we're talking about our gun violence, our drug charges. We're talking about our robbery charges. Those are the charges we're speaking of. So we can have you now bear arms, so you can change your life. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about those real,
Yeah,
what we're talking about.
Facts. No, that's why I'm being clear, because you want to put yourself in a position that if you home and you changing your life, and you want to be able to protect your family, and you want to be able to protect your family in a way where they can't force you to not be able to, because you have something on your record. You know what I mean? You want to be able to
Right.
protect your family, and like you said, getting yourself back, or getting your identity back so you can have your protection is what you
Right.
need. Come on, yo. Like, think about it. Like they said,
They
like,
have it. Why can't we?
I mean, come on. The border crisis is real, and things that are going along with it. Like, we gotta take information as we get it. We these people out here got social media too. Like, the mainstream media is not telling everybody everything like the people that's actually on the ground is telling people. If they saying that these people are sneaking into the US, then it's a reason. And if the Biden
Right.
administration, or my bad, or whoever the administration is, because it can't, whoever is in charge, they seem to not really care. And the fact that
Right.
people just come in here and then been given money, and then medical, and then food stamps. You know how hard it is to get food stamps for a person who, you can't even have two part-time jobs. You ain't getting no food stamps, and a person can just come through here and then they can just get them food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Man, they crazy, yo. Like, it's just really weird how it's set up out here. But expungement.
Right.
So drug charges, boom. It doesn't matter up to no amount or whatever. What if they had a kingpin charge? What's going on? Could that
That's
be?
where the RICO comes in. That's the law, the penal law 1109. That's for gang crimes and RICO.
Mm, wow. All right. So if that could be, expunged now.
So John Gotti just said John Gotti can go down and go get his record expunged. That's the perfect example.
And that was like what, racketeering and embezzlement? Oh no, yeah, that he was.
He had embezzlement, tax invasion. He had it all, and murder. He had murder too. They got a murder. The murder law is the penal code. Hold on, it's the SB. They got one for murder too. It's based out of California, but all states have to apply to it. But it's in the presentation. You have everything. I broke it down into simplex form. My daughter can read it. I had her read all the words to make sure they wasn't too hard. She's 5 years old.
Oh wow. So yo, and that's the thing. Some of y'all that's committing crimes can't read. You and that's something that's messed up too. You know what I mean? Because at least if you're gonna do something wrong, you should learn how to read. Nah, that's the point. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of things that people don't think that's important. Like, a lot of y'all are in trouble because you didn't read. You didn't see that sign didn't say open, and you went in anyway. And now you got a felony because you can't read. You know what I'm saying? So good. Like she said, if a fifth grader can read it, there's no excuse for none of y'all to be able
No,
to
she's
get
a
that.
kindergartner. She's 5.
You said 5 years old. Look, I try to give y'all a little bit of credit. All right, so look, if y'all can't read at a kindergarten level, you deserve to be in the same space that you're in at this particular moment because that is God's will for your life. Because right now she said that there it is and she broke it down and then look, this is really up to you, but the information is there now. So what else can people? All right, so I noticed that you do more than criminal law, so it's family law that I saw on your flyer as well too, right?
Yeah,
So
so if
let's
you
talk
have
about.
arrears for your child support, I can help you with arrears with child support, custody issues, divorce. I divorced the Dusties. Ah.
Yeah, that's your campaign, yo. Like, listen, yo, if you need shirts made, holla at me. You know what I'm saying? I get that on there, yo. Divorce the Dusties, yo, and just have that as your slogan, yo. I promise you that merch will go for you, yo. Think about that, yo. I don't know if you ever thought about getting some merch for your for your firm, but yo, I'm telling you, man, divorce the Dusties, yo. Holla at me. Yo,
Okay.
listen, that's crazy. So, in regards of family law, so is it all aspects of family law? So, do you deal with not so much you said child support and stuff like that, but what about custody cases like
Right, custody issues and child support rears. Only rears is all I
rear?
deal with. But yeah, custody issues as well.
I
If you
bet.
having problems like with DSS, I can kind of at least see your information and you know what I mean. Make sure that your lawyer is representing you the correct way. So
Well,
parental law.
I know in the state of North Carolina right now, I know they've been behind in family law cases dealing with COVID. You know, based on how they shut that down. So, what happens in the sense of a person who files a motion to show cause because they have joint custody of a kid, and then they don't, and then because of whatever reason, the mother violated or the parent violated, father
You can
violated.
go and ask for supervised visits. Each county will allow supervised visits, and then you can also go and petition the court for joint custody or have the court put in the visitation agreement into your case.
Gotcha. So, if you have joint custody already and this happened, then what happened?
You have to get visitation agreement added to your case, where she has to drop that child off at the library, at the police station, and you pick him up. She has to sign a paper, and they can go back in court. She didn't come this day, and that goes against her. Then it could be you can get full custody of that child.
Okay, there it is. So for those of y'all that's dealing with that, y'all understand there's some information. So she got it all for you, yo. I ain't gonna lie. So we pretty much can figure that out. So then let's go into some other things. Well, so all right, so this is what we're gonna do. Before we get into that, I wanted to because I got some more questions that I want to ask you in regards to that. But I want to do this real quick because I felt like we should have did this a little while ago. I mean, look, how law. What made you passionate about law?
Okay, so criminal law. My brothers were locked up in Pennsylvania a whole year, no bond, drug charges. Whole year, no bond, just locked up. My mother paid almost $10,000 to a lawyer, and nobody was giving her any justice. So I just started learning law. I was 19 years old. I started learning law. I learned all my USC laws, all my UCC laws, and my constitutional laws, because that's what court bases on constitutional law. That's how you instruct the court how to handle your case.
Gotcha.
So just learning all that, and then I found these motions to dismiss evidence, motions to suppress evidence, motions to dismiss the case, motion to get the Brady law. Well, oh, they back y'all. But listen, I gotta go. But let's talk again. We'll set again my Instagram. Please give out my Instagram, and we'll continue this conversation maybe next week. Can we do that?
Yeah, no, next week we won't be on, but the week after I have a couple other people on, so that'd be good. No, I could have you back on the show next the week after, so we'll chop it up. I'll get with you and we'll chop it up. All right.
Yeah, just give me all your questions. I'll do a whole Instagram answering all the questions.
I bet we could do that.
Okay. Thank
Sure.
you.
Cool.
Bye-bye.
Okay, all right, later. All right, yo, look. So me, you know what I'm saying? That was crazy. That was a lot of good information in about 40 minutes, though, right?
Yeah, she gave us a lot.
Hey yo, but listen, why when she came up with the divorce to Dusties, you started laughing? Like, why was that? Why was that? No, I'm just playing.
Because it just sounds funny. I like to play on words. It sounds good.
Yo, to somebody out there, I'm sure they be like, you know what? I don't like. And then they probably, I saw. I mean, I guess it ain't funny, but it is kind of funny. But you ever been somewhere and you seen like a group of girls and they got on shirts that say happily divorced? Have
Mhm.
you seen that? Like that's crazy, right?
No, one of my girls, she had a whole party for her divorce. And
Yeah,
then she had a sash that said happily divorced. And yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
people
sometimes it is a happy divorce.
yeah, people be happy not to be with the person that they chose to be with. That's
I mean,
crazy.
because everybody changes, you grow
Yeah,
apart. And
nah, that's true, yo. It be life too. That be life and too. And
yeah.
sometimes you don't know a person until you have to deal with something that you ain't never dealt with before. And then
Yeah.
once that happens, it changes people. So you're right, yo.
Mhm.
But I tell you, to celebrate not being around somebody no more, wow, y'all, they did not like you. They celebrating it like they happy, like they did.
Well, no, it's probably not just the person. It's just probably like a celebration getting back to their own life. Maybe they couldn't be who they want. It's
Yeah,
not even about them. It's like I'm out here. I'm back
well, to be
for the
honest,
streets. So,
true. That's true. Some people they ain't never get opportunity to live a certain life. I guess that they wanted to. I guess I don't know, but whatever the choice is, I guess if you happy, hey, that's all that matter at the end of the day. But I know that a lot of people should be happy with this information they got. I mean, I wish we'd have went longer. If she'd had more time, we'd have went longer because there's
yeah.
way more questions I wanted to ask because it's a lot of things dealing with criminal law that's crazy, yo. That I wanted to know because in every state is so different with laws. But I had a question I wanted to ask her about a guy. So a guy he contacted me about some stuff that he's dealing with coming out of prison himself.
Mhm.
I really wanted to ask her this question for him, and because um I thought it was interesting because he actually, you know, was in prison, but he was released and he was in a halfway house, but he complained about the way the halfway house was set up and he wanted to, be removed to a better place,
Mhm.
on the rehabilitation stage, really wanting to get his life back. And, they've been fighting him tooth and nail for him not to. And then every other resource that he had available to him has been taken from him because of the border crisis. So,
Mhm.
Chicago has been one of the cities that has been over flooded with, immigrants coming in through the border. They've been migrating to all the major cities.
Mhm.
And so they have been lacking resources for the people that actually live there because they've been giving the resources to the people who actually have been coming over through the border. So he can't really get nowhere unless he gets a senator or somebody like that to actually really pay attention to him and say, "Yo, listen, fam, y'all got to set something up so I can get a better opportunity. I'm trying to change my life, but yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted to read the question to her to see if she knew something that was going on, especially since she said she was dealing with something in Michigan already. That was, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, that'd have been crazy. You know people dealing with stuff on their felony records, though? You know what I'm saying, or can't get through or whatever. Because I know you're a thug, so I know you know a lot of gangsters.
I mean, I always keep a couple goons in the back, but gotta have them in the back pocket just
Ah,
in case. No, I don't live in that life no more. Um, Not that I talk to on a regular basis. If I sat and thought about it, there's probably a couple of people I could think of back home, and probably a couple here that might need this information.
nah, it's gonna be. I feel like it'll be a lot of people at some point. They'll definitely appreciate it because I'm sure it's a lot of stuff that people didn't know. I mean, shit, I didn't know none of that stuff because I try to stay out of the way of the law. You know, I
Yeah.
don't know, you know what I mean, and just staying focused. So, you know, that shit. I'm just glad that she decided to come on and give out that information because there's a lot of people dealing with some shit that is you know it's haunting them.
Yeah.
It's,
I can imagine.
hey, just like me, like hey, because I used to put that S curl in my head. Now look at me, I can't go here for shit now. So you know,
Life decisions,
life
people.
is haunting me now. You know what I'm saying? It's haunting me every time I think about growing hair. Now I can't. It just grows. It grow everywhere, but that one area right there where it's like it reminds me of the S curl. Every time I don't shave for real quick, and I see where the hair could possibly grow and where it don't grow no more. I be just reminds me of the S curl days. How I used to tear my shit up trying to put that shit in.
I was there with you, bro.
You guys are cautionary tales.
Hey yo, L, I used to, and my dumb ass was stupid. You know how you had to wait for the new growth before you put the new one in there?
Yeah.
My shit used to get stiff so quick. I used to just go retouch that shit up like in a few days. That's why my hair is gone.
Cook.
You are stupid
Cook.
as fuck.
Listen, we ain't had no instructions. You got to think, man.
No, it came with instructions. Stop playing.
We ain't
Now,
read instructions.
those instructions, they don't care how often you use it. They want you to buy the product. They just
Why would you think you should put chemicals in your hair 2 days apart?
remember the word chemical at that particular point in time to a young teenager trying to be cool and fit in. The last thing that you go let stop you from going to that dance the right way is the word chemical. All you
Right.
can think about is Al B. Shore and how he got all the girls screaming and you ain't even the same color as him. So you gotta try to do something. I told you I used to make people think I was Dominican with that escort.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't think she realized you could also brush it forward and you had the best waves you ever seen. If your joint was short, you had a wave, 360s, crazy.
And then you just and then you have your wave cap on most of the day, all day. You had a wave cap on. And then when you pull it off and they see that SQL wave pattern, yo, what? Yo, come on, Meek.
It's Papi Chulo at that point.
But you gonna pay for it when you get right now at my age right now. You can't get a wave, you can't get a wave, you can't get what's a ripple? You know how they say you get a ripple in the water?
Just a little ripple.
I can't
You ain't
get
even
that.
getting that. You ain't getting shit.
Yeah, that shit, yo, for real. Illy, what's up though, man? You missed the attorney, man. She was giving up that game.
Yeah, I popped in for a minute, man. You know, if I try on my phone, it just ain't working. So I had to go back to my laptop.
Yeah, that's ill. Yo, but yo, she gave out a bunch of new laws in North Carolina, yo. That's like for people who dealing with all kind of felony type thing. And I was asking Meek, yo, like when it comes to that, is there like a lot of people in your family or people you know that be dealing with like trying to get their life together based off of having felonies and shit and trying to circumvent that shit?
Oh, in my family? Shit, no.
Or like people you know, like
He's like, shit, no.
Nah, see, that's the thing. Listen.
Yeah, nah, my people don't get caught. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm saying like the little part that I caught before my phone started messing up, it ain't like a CPN. You know, people go get these CPNs and they go and try to buy stuff with a CPN because it's a brand new, fresh, clean credit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't that. So when you have a million little, you know what I'm saying, things stacked up, it's tough. You know what I'm saying? Like that 3-strike rule killed a lot of people, hurt a lot of people, got a lot of people locked up for a long time. And the ones that's out, you know, you got 20 petty misdemeanors. You know, I don't know what could be done. That's why I hate that I missed that, because I do got people who, you know, may have something that happened 5-10 years ago. And, you know, a lot of people look at you once a felon, you always a felon. But what's the point of people serving time? You know, when we tell them, hey, this crime is a 10-year sentence, once that 10 years is up, I mean, what you expect a person to go out there and do? Everything changes in a decade.
Listen, they get 10 years in prison, then they get like 20 years of probation. Can you imagine what it's like to have been in jail for that long, for a number of time, and then you get out, you can't smoke a blunt? Like that's great.
Right. Like it's crazy. I mean, the legal system, I mean, it's crazy, man. And if you don't know how to navigate it, um, hopefully people ain't out there doing things, but if you are, you got to navigate the system and understand kind of what you're facing and like what you're up against. And a lot of times people, they getting violated because they don't know their rights.
Now that's true.
They
Yeah,
don't
that's
know their
true. Because they don't know how to, they don't know what to do and how to get any certain things done. And I was asking a little bit about certain things that we talk about up here because like we've had a bunch of people on the show. We got more. Like we booked up. Like we got somebody all the way to the end of February, and it's some
Okay.
deep cases that we're gonna be talking to about. And I'm just thankful that they chose us, the platform to be able to want to share their story. But just the things that we've been talking to people about. It's a lot of tragedy been going on. Mississippi be wilding, like it's bananas out there. And then Texas got their joint jumping off right now, and then other states are following suit, like Chicago and Detroit and stuff like that. So, California, oh man, they wild in California too. So I'm just saying, like in certain instances, just having this information can help people try to figure out, like at least how to get some other shit started based on decisions they made. I just hope people don't use this information, like I said earlier, to try to start their felony life over again. You don't want to be put back in the system of the three strike thing because at the end of
Mhm.
the day, like she said earlier, it was a guy who was in one of these little counties and shit. They just held him for a $20, or they could. They still holding on to laws from the 1800, yo.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like, and the law books need to be updated. There's certain states where you can't perform oral sex. Like it's against the law. It's a felony in certain states. I thought I
What?
was crazy.
Caught?
Huh?
I
You
said you
said
got
what?
caught.
Yeah. Who did I get caught? What?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got it. That's why you got to spell it. Yo, we gotta get a list of them states, and everybody stay
Yeah.
out of the states. Yo, you gotta stay away.
It's some crazy things. Like that's the thing. Like these law books need to be updated. Um, it's a system that it's a money generating system. The people that own the prisons, man, that's big business. That's big business, and they use everything as a farm system.
No, that's a fact. And,
You
and
know,
and then getting rid of the farm. Somebody said it was a sugar shortage. I was like, well, wow. I'm thinking like anytime they say it's a shortage, it's always on purpose because
Mhm.
how something that grows on its own it be short unless you.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, you pay farmers subsidies, and then you pay them to not grow. They was giving them a lot of money so that way they can regulate the price of things. Like corn, like out here where I live, man, there was so many cornfields, they were unattended. It was just acres and acres and acres of corn. You could pull over, go grab a couple stalks, keep going. Because it was just so much corn. So, and then they use corn for everything, high fructose corn syrup, canola oil. Corn is in pretty much everything. It's in the feed for animals now. And it's something that we can't even digest, supposedly. I don't know all that. I'm not a scientist. But it's everywhere. And these are all houses now. These
Wow.
places where all this corn was growing, they're houses. So, if you took that soil that was bearing, fruits and vegetables, and now you've made it houses, you've reduced the amount of fruits and vegetables that can be
Yep.
produced.
Yep. Fertile soil, yo. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's some shit. That's why I feel like when it comes down to us as people, when we think about businesses that we could start, those be the businesses that we could start, and they lucrative. It's just not what you call it. It ain't sexy.
Yeah, there's nothing sexy about it. And
No, but it's lucrative though. But it ain't sexy. Like somebody come up and be like, "Yeah, I'm the CEO of a electric car company," but they get money. But you ain't gonna say, "Yo, I'm the CEO of a farm." They're gonna be like, "What, man?" Like, yeah, but I grow this, that, and the third. Everybody on this, so I'm in more places than that electric vehicle. But you
right.
still letting the electric vehicle dude, but I make more money than the electric vehicle dude over here because I'm everywhere that the
I'm
electric.
everywhere at all times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know? But that's the thing about what in our culture we only do things that are attractive. But if we could find a way to circumvent that, man, and start doing the things that we may not think is attractive, but it's lucrative. Like farming, like growing your own stuff is lucrative. Imagine if you had your own restaurant, but the 80% of the vegetables you use, you grew your own. That's
It's
crazy.
it's interesting that you say that. So, um, it's kind of related to the law. I was watching that show Lincoln Lawyer, right? The Lincoln Lawyer.
Right.
And come on, I think it's on Netflix. They have 2 seasons. In the second season, the main character that he was working with, she owned a restaurant, and she had a garden, and she got all of her fruits and vegetables from her own garden for her own restaurant.
Right.
You know, and like her whole plight was that she was fighting against a company that wanted to come in, buy the whole neighborhood and build high rises.
Mm.
So you look at something like that, like this is a person who had their own garden, had their own restaurant, tried to, do things organically, and it was something that she was passionate about. And she made good money doing it. And it's kind of funny how they plant seeds right in your face in TV shows that you wouldn't even look for something like that.
Fact.
But when I went to Disney, same thing. I took a tour. They were saying the tomatoes, the lettuce, every condiment, every vegetable and fruit that's used at Disney, they grow it themselves.
Get out of here. See what I'm saying?
So, went on a tour and saw that. I think it was at Epcot where they talked about that. And you get on a little thing and it take you all the way around. You can see the salmon in the tank. You could see the tomatoes growing, there's vines of tomatoes. Every single fruit and vegetable, they grow it there. And it's like, you done cut out everybody else. And you're self-sufficient at that point because you have the seeds, you have the knowledge, you have the process to grow it. So you ain't got to worry about a truck coming to come deliver something because it's already here.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Me, could you own your own farm? Yeah. Could you
if I don't gotta work it.
you ain't
I ain't about that life. Nah, that ain't for me. I don't have the desire to that's not me.
You want grow no tomatoes, yo? You want to go out there and get
I'm just not good at it. I'm very forgetful. Like even houseplants, I gotta get the plastic ones because I always joke and say my kids survive because they make noise. Like plants don't say nothing, so I have to remember to feed this.
water it?
Yeah, it's not gonna cross my mind. It's not living in the sense that I'm thinking of as a person. I know I gotta keep people alive, but a plant, I'm not set up for that. My boyfriend is good with plants. That's his thing. And so when we do have all that stuff, he's into that. Me, no. His dream is to have our own farm and grow his own food and all of that. Plus he is vegan, so it's easier for him to grow his own food.
Yeah.
But
well, at least with the vegan, you'll be good because then shoot, you can get you'll have your vegetables in the building, and you just be eating meat and frying it right in front of them. I don't know how they fight that temptation off because I still want a cheeseburger right now.
He's never had it, so he has no desire for it. To him, it doesn't even smell good. He has to light candles when I cook meat.
Oh,
I will say that when I went, I didn't go full vegan, but I went vegetarian for almost a year.
Yeah.
The smell of meat became the smell of rotting flesh.
Yeah.
And you're cooking rotting flesh. It was the most disgusting thing ever.
really?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's the most disgusting thing ever. Because your body, you're not supposed to eat meat, man. It don't even make sense.
Really?
You watch Animal Planet, you watch the lion go tear something up. Look at his teeth. Look at his nails. It can rip the meat apart. Bro, we using a knife. We using a fork and a knife. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen any animal cook their food. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not natural. So once you get out of it, and then you be like, you looking at it, you like, ugh. Nah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Well, it's crazy because I think about that sometimes, yo. I think like, damn, yo, I would like to try to be that vegetarian, but then when I see that they make all the stuff that look like the other stuff, like burgers, chicken, everything, it don't be it, but it just make it look like it. It just seemed like it defeat the purpose to me. But like I said, I would try the food. Like I think good tasting food is good tasting food. I would say that. But
I think a lot of those shaped like the meats. I think that's when a lot of meat eaters became like they needed something to relate to. Like show me something that I know on my side.
That look like something I would eat.
Yeah, because I don't think he's ever eaten any. Like veggie burgers. I think have always been around though.
Yeah, indifferent. Yeah.
Yeah. But like the ones that look like those fake chicken wings or drumsticks, like those, I feel like a previous meat eater came out with them shits.
Like hey, I still want to eat my wings. Like, what can we do to make cauliflower and soybean taste like wings?
Yeah, that was
do that. That'd be lit. I wanted that, because that's a good question though, yo. Because I wanted to know because right now the way they say a lot of the food that they have in vegan food. It don't really be vegan. It be like they be having remains of all other kind of stuff in there, and they be talking about bugs too. They be having bugs in any food, yo. So I don't know.
I mean, there's bugs in all fruits and vegetables. It's natural.
Oh no,
because you got to think it's growing in the dirt. Like the bugs ain't be like, oh, let me not mosey up over
they just
here.
bypass them. Like
I can imagine that the bugs get on it, but when you wash it off, I don't think you keep the bugs in it. I don't think you ask for some collard greens with
there's
bugs.
bugs in chocolate, isn't there? Like
there's an allowable amount.
There's allowable amounts.
Yeah.
Of bugs in chocolate.
Yes, in chocolate.
What kind of chocolate though?
All chocolate.
Oh.
Milk chocolate, dark chocolate, all of it.
Chocolate, nigga, chocolate.
You name it.
I have to look that up.
I mean, you don't want to talk about the amount of feces that's allowed in meat.
Yeah.
That's allowed in the meat?
In meat.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what do you
they're
think
gonna
happens?
I mean, it's hard to get all of it out. It's an animal who had fecal matter. Like, what the
do you think they wash these cows and these pigs down and they wash these chickens down first and then they kill them and pluck them? No.
Well, it depends on what side of town they from. Because if they from like Durham, nah. But if they from like
Cary, it's an animal. Like,
bro.
Depending on where they from.
In the country, they'll just grab it, wring its neck. Wow. And the next thing you know, it's on the plate. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Magic.
Where y'all find Dag, they be talking about bugs and peanut butter.
Yeah, I was just about to say peanut butter. Yeah.
Hold on.
That's what give it that crunch, especially that crunchy peanut butter. You like,
Make you want to. I don't even like the crunchy ones.
Yeah. 13. All right. So 13 common foods that contain bugs is what they saying. Peanut butter, chocolate. Ew. Why you say that? Pasta. Coffee. Raisins.
Yeah.
Hold on, y'all. This is stupid. Mushrooms. Frozen broccoli.
The bugs get frozen in there like this.
Canned tomatoes, fruit juice. Get the fuck out of here. Fruit juice, ground pepper.
Yeah.
Cinnamon, sauerkraut, and berries like raspberries, blueberries.
You ain't ever seen them videos. That's why you got to soak it.
Yeah, I
and
did.
You'll just see stuff start coming out of it. You'll see like little worms coming out. If you feel like wasting some money, buy a pork chop, pour some Coke on it.
Yeah, it's
and
gross.
just watch what happens.
You talking about some like Coke, like a soda?
Yeah. No,
like
some book of sugar.
Oh man,
sprinkle a little crack.
What am I supposed to do with this pork chop now?
Book of sugar, yeah, because I ain't know. You got to be specific out here, because somebody right now watching is like, yo, they high as shit.
Ain't nobody wasting.
Nobody's
crack.
thinking.
Coke.
Nobody gonna put that on their pork chop and like, now what's gonna happen?
Nah, they gonna sniff it. They gonna put it on there and watch what happens and see if the shit gonna come off. If it don't come off in time, they gonna sniff that shit up, blood and everything. And
Let me call. Hey, you was wrong, bro. You was wrong.
I had some beef cocaine, but you know, yeah. Sometimes you gotta just add flavor to your shit, right? But look, I can imagine like it's a lot of food that they say don't eat, and pork is one of them. So
The main one.
I can't imagine that it have any worms in it, but I did see like strawberries, like they tell you to soak your strawberries in like a vinegar or something. No. What is it? Is it vinegar?
It could be vinegar, baking soda, salt. I mean, salt brings everything out. That's why we season with salt. That's why they used to salt the foods to try to kill the stuff that was in it, which is crazy.
Yeah,
yeah.
Man, we're gonna have to become people who just live off of breathing.
I mean,
we're gonna have to be the people that just stand over here and just have certain type of exercises you do to get full off of air, because this shit right here is crazy. I don't want to eat no damn bugs, and it's like pasta, but now I'm thinking about as much pasta as I'm eating all kind of shit that I ain't.
But you've been eating it all this time, so
yeah, it's all good, Bugman.
Yeah, you good.
They call you Bugman and shit.
Good, now. Buggy.
Bugman, you understand, little Buggy, y'all?
Yeah.
Little Buggy eye building. Hey, yo, I don't know, man, but I'm gonna tell y'all this, y'all. I can't see the bug. If I see the bug, it's a wrap.
That's the point. You can't.
That's the point, bro. You can't see it. If you see the bug, you beat a bug. I mean, listen, man. You from up north? Like, why do you think people be like, "Yo, you bugging"? You bugging? Come on. I did the research. It was like, oh shit.
Yo, B, that is not.
That's where it came from, bro. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. No, you bugging, B. You bugging.
You just ate some chocolate. You bugging.
Literally, yo, like, nigga, you don't feel that in your stomach, son?
Yeah. That's why the first person that said it, he knew. That's why people like it. They call me knowledge. You know.
Hey, yo, listen, I'm gonna tell everybody right now. All right, y'all, get y'all some Cersei bush and some wormwood and put it in a tea. And go ahead and drink it so you can detox yourself from all those parasites that might be in your body from the food that you've been eating. Please get y'all some of that. Make sure y'all get some chlorophyll and some black seed oil and some oregano oil, and put that in there. No sugar. Use honey if you need sweetener, y'all, and lemon to cut the flavor. Sometimes they say you need a carrier oil for some of these other oils, so use lemon to kind of help it get into your system like it's supposed to be. But look. Y'all get some of that shit, man, and make sure y'all detox yourself, because the crew is right. It's parasites and worms and all this other shit and a lot of shit. But you can get them shits up out of you if you knew what to do. And this is what we saying. Yo, get y'all some wormwood, get y'all some Cersei bush, and make y'all some teas and get that shit up out you. Literally. Get that opinion about you.
Don't look. Don't look.
Yeah, don't do that look back real quick. You know, some people look at the tissue to try to see what's going on with their life. Don't do that, because something might be crawling in your shit. Just go ahead and flush, nigga. Just flush.
That's devastating.
You're gonna be upset with yourself, but it is better out you than in you. I bet you.
Mm-hmm.
But yo, so listen, y'all. Yeah, that was dope. I wish I could have had more. I got more. I gotta ask her, man, like for real. So we're gonna have her back on the show. We're probably gonna set up a segment where she just come in and chop it up, because I think it'd be good to have her on the show too. We got a few shows coming up that's gonna be wild. It's gonna be major. So I think it'd be good to have her on the panel just to see what kind of advice she can lend out to the people too, yo, because it's gonna be crazy.
For sure.
Word, but yo, man, it's been real, man. I appreciate y'all for jumping on, man. Y'all already know, man. I was expecting us to go a little longer with Shorty, but since that, it's always love. We could always come back and double back and make something shake. So, what y'all got going on? What's coming up next for y'all, Kev? What's new, y'all?
We about to enter my birthday month, so y'all know I'm gonna be everywhere, all over the world, man. I feel like I got something this weekend and I can't even remember what it is, man. So, but y'all know where to find me, Team Collective TV. Make sure y'all liking the skits, watch, share. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like it, go ahead and comment that you don't like it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nice.
Hey, give us your honest opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like we learn every day, man. We trying to get better. So any type of feedback is good feedback to me. So
Let us know. Let us know, man. Because you know, hey, like I said, we be trying it. So hey, it's all good. Let us know, yo. Back. Meek, what's up with you? What you got going on?
Yeah, like check us out on Team Collective. You're gonna see a bunch of my drunk skits. uh check me out on that Uber Lyft joint. That shit is every time I see it, I crack up.
Yo, she told my man, he was like, my name Terrence. She said, yeah, that's your thing. Don't worry about it.
Everybody knows that. Of course.
Encouraging that man by his name, yo. That shit was crazy, yo. I love it, yo. And it's so much more. I was looking at some of the joints that I ain't even released yet. Oh my God, wait till we oh God, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot.
It's always, you know, for y'all, it's always gonna be that thing. Like, I forgot we did that. Yep.
There's so many I already know. Like, oh shit, for real, that one? I forgot about that one.
Yeah, it's right there, yo. I can't wait. But yeah, yo, so yeah, as the crew said, man, catch us on Team Collective TV. And you know, check us out, man. See what we got going on, man. Let us know how you feel about the content.
Y'all need any journals or planners? Let me know.
Facts.
Yeah, I just got an order right now. I'm trying to.
It is. Hey, yo, get it started, y'all. Get y'all shit lined up, get it in order, and let's figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's a good look, yo. So y'all check the crew out. Make sure, like I said, y'all join us on Team Collective TV. And you know, until next time, man. Remember, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will, y'all. It's your boy Rob One, and this is the crew. We spark the conversation, and yeah.